Hello everyone, welcome to the IchimokuCharts.com daily analysis for the Euro US dollar FX for Monday, March 26, 2012. Well, the continuation of the trend to the upside today and a very large white body candle. Previous day's trading we had that change of trend to the upside with another white body candle and a fairly large body. Today we've had an extension in the size of that body, more than double what the size of the previous body was, and the market took out a very important area of resistance where we had this swing high and an area that offered itself as resistance to the recent trading. Today we've taken it out in a bullish manner where the buyers have made net bullish progress in a very large amount. The buyers have closed with control and they've been very strongly committed to taking this market higher. They've basically been in control of this market all day. There is a possibility that the market will continue trending up, a very strong possibility, and the next area of resistance that we have is at 134.85, and that should be fairly strong resistance. That area was tested on 4 consecutive candles and the market sold off significantly from that area. Now, because this market's done a lot of work all at once with this very large white-bodied candle, we may not see follow through immediately tomorrow. We do need to watch how the market develops early, but quite often when we have these extreme days, markets need to rest for a while, so we could see the market trading sideways to a degree and some indecisive type candles. If we see that happen, then the 133.20 level is very important as support now, and that obviously is that previous resistance level that I've just been talking about. Down below there we have potentially strong support at the Kijun-sen at 132.44, and then down to 131.96 and below at the Tenkan-sen. In terms of Ichimoku, the market is bullish in all 3 time frames. We're trading above the cloud, above the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and the Chikou span is confirming the bullishness that we're seeing in this market. As I've said, a very extreme bullish day, no major resistance for this market until the market trades up to 134.85. The only thing that will be working against this market is the fact that it may have done too much work all at once by creating this very large white-bodied candle with a lot of upside momentum. Obviously, watch the high. If we do see a very, very bullish start to this market, then we could easily see the market test up to around the 134.85 level. Next, moving to the Aussie dollar US dollar, and for today's trading we see confirmation of a change of trend today with a candle that's made a higher high and a higher low. Previous day's trading we had in bar chart terms an inside day that did raise doubt about continuation of the trend to the downside. A fairly large white body candle where the buyers took control of the market but they were unable to take out the previous high. Today we have confirmation of that trend and continuation of the upside momentum from the buyers in this market. The buyers followed through with the breakout above the 104.50 important level of previous resistance, then support, and then that acted as resistance. The market found support down around that level today as well, so 104.50 is a fairly important level. To the upside, there is strong resistance around the 106 level. That's been an important level for quite some time, and we do need to watch the market if it trades up around that level, but we also have the Kijun-sen trading around there, so it makes that level even more important. In terms of Ichimoku, the market's trading within the cloud, so we have a neutral market in big picture terms, previously bullish and bullish for quite some time, and then we've been trading within the cloud for the past couple of weeks, so a neutral market that's neither positive nor negative in the long-term time frame. The market, however, is quite bearish in the medium-term time frame by trading below the Kijun-sen, but the Kijun-sen has turned flat for the previous candle, and today we've seen price action attracted back towards there. This highlights very well how a flat Kijun-sen tends to attract price action, and that's because the market's attempting to find that equilibrium represented by the Kijun-sen in the medium-term time frame. And the market has turned bullish in the fast-term time frame by trading above the Tenkan-sen, and as I've said, the short-term dynamics are supporting that bullishness that we're seeing in the short-term time frame, with the buyers being in control of this market. For tomorrow's trading, we do need to watch the high of the current candle for a potential test higher. A very strong possibility that the market will trade higher and test up to the 106 level. But let's watch the support around the Tenkan Sen around 104.86 if we do see the market come off. We also have very strong support at the 104.50 level, and support extends down to the bottom of the cloud around the 103.50 level, which should be a very, very strong, important level for this market. Next, moving to the British pound US dollar, otherwise known as cable, and here we have a very large white body candle. A lot of volatility in this market at times, and we can see the last time that we had a large white body as big as this was about a couple of weeks ago. Prior to that we had some very large black body candles, and this white body suggests that the buyers have made very solid net bullish progress. They've closed this market with strong control. They've been in control of this market for most of the trading day, and the buyers have taken out some very strong areas of resistance, namely the 158.51 level, and then this area at 169.28 that was established as this important swing high a couple of months ago. With the trading going forward, we do have strong resistance roughly around the 160 level. We see this swing high where the market sold off substantially from, and that will be an important level if this market is going to continue trading up. As I've mentioned with quite a few of the other markets, when we have extreme days like this, the market tends to want to rest, and a day where we do see continued bullishness but perhaps a failure above the 160 level is certainly on the cards. If the market does come off, and the way that this current candle is, or the next candle is developing, it is a black body candle at the moment, and there is potential now for support at the 169.28 level that was previous resistance, so we need to watch that level. If the market does trade there isn't any major support until we trade down to 158.51. But in terms of Ichimoku, the market's bullish in all three timeframes. We have a market that's trading above the cloud, above the Kijun Sen, and above the Tenkan Sen, and that means that the market's bullish in the long-term, medium-term and fast-term timeframes, and the checkout spans above the corresponding price action, confirming the bullishness that we're seeing in this market. And obviously the short-term dynamics are supporting this bullishness, with the buyers in control of this market in the short term in terms of the trading day. But we do have an extreme day, so it does raise some doubt about continuation of the trend, but certainly we don't have any sign yet that the trend in the very short term time frame is weakening. Now, in terms of Ichimoku, we also had a crossover of the Tenkan Sen above the Kijun Sen, and that's a bullish signal in Ichimoku charts, and it occurred above the cloud, making that a very, very strong signal. So we have a very strong bullish signal with that crossover. Basically, I think if we want to see follow through from that signal, the 160 level, as I've mentioned, is very important, and there is a strong possibility that we will see the market take out that level within the next few trading days. It just might not do it all at once. So for tomorrow's trading, let's watch the high of the current candle for a potential test higher. Watch the important 169.28 level of previous resistance to act as support if the market does come off, but also the 160 level is very important to continuation of this trend to the upside. Next, moving to the US dollar Japanese yen, and a change of trend today. Previous day's trading set the market up for a change of trend to the upside. We had a market that was trending down on a spinning top type candle at the end of this strong downside move. The sellers lost commitment as the market traded into this zone of previous resistance that's now acted as support that I've highlighted here, and today we have had that change of trend. Having said that, however, the market has rallied only on a spinning top type candle, so it does raise serious doubt about continuation of this trend to the upside, even though we have had a higher high and a higher low in place to establish that first time frame uptrend. The market failed to close above the 82.79 level in a substantial way, and that also raises doubt about continuation. And the market also found resistance at the 83 level that's been highlighted previously, and within the last week has held as support. Now for today's trading, it's acted as resistance. In terms of going forward, the 83 level is very, very important resistance if the market is going to continue higher. We do also have resistance at 83.28, and then no major resistance until the market trades up to around 84. To the downside, if we do see that change of trend, then we do obviously have this large zone of support that extends from 82.24 all the way down to about 81. So very strong support down below in a very large zone. In terms of Ichimoku, the market's bullish in the long-term time frame by trading above the cloud, also in the medium term by trading above the Kijun Sen, but bearish in the fast-term time frame by trading below the Tenkan Sen. The market has been trading below the Tenkan Sen for 3 days, and there is potential for the market to come off and extend lower with a lower high and a lower low. But obviously these areas of support and resistance and the 82.79 level as potential support for this market today is important, as is the 83 level.